For 2 weeks, I've been training Roseanne to jump out of the water for food. I've been using the Errorless Discrimination training process for this part of the assignment due to its gradual training method. I introduced food above the water by using the fading technique. This means that I placed food above the water as she ate a limited amount of food that was already inside the tank. So by using the fading technique, this means that I started to limit the amount of food that I physically placed inside her water and continued to hold food above the water. And so as the food inside the tank became more and more limited, her only option was to eat the food that I give her that is above the tank. I have been able to work with her, and it's been a 50% success rate. I've done it like I normally do my trials, twice a day, twice at a time, morning and night. I will now demonstrate how I did this to get her to jump out of the water. So this is how I'm giving her food. You can see it, there's the quill in the tweezers. Sometimes she gets distracted or tired. I've noticed that in the trials that I'm doing with her, she's more receptive to this in the morning than she is at night. So she just tried to go for it. Let's see if she will go for it again. Yes, perfect. She has successfully jumped out of the water to eat her food. This has been very good, this technique, specifically the Errorless technique, because you can transfer the stimulus. So I originally started out this experiment by giving her food and then placing my finger above the tank, as shown. She responds to that still. However, with the Errorless Discrimination training, you introduce this new technique early on in very limited doses, so it also causes an easier transition to a different type of transition. So I went from using my finger to using the tweezers. And that's what is also beneficial about this technique as well, is because it limits the amount of errors. And that is it. Hopefully with continued practice, I can actually get her to, first of all, travel through the hoop, to then jump out, and then to move on to getting her to jumping out of the hoop.